Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have an exciting video for you guys. We have a trophy guide and roadmap for Destroy All Humans 2020. This is the new remade version of Destroy All Humans. And yeah, it's easier than the PS2 emulated re-released version that came out a couple of years ago. This is an awesome game. I had a ton of fun with it. Let's dive in and take a look at all the trophies and what is required to earn that coveted platinum trophy.
Put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me.
Alrighty, now if you are a new viewer of the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. I make trophy guides and roadmaps like this all the time, and I release new PlayStation and trophy related content every single day on the channel, so you're going to want to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date. Today we're taking a look at Destroy All Humans. This is a spoiler-free look at the game. I'm not going to go into any of the narrative or the ending or anything like that. This is just going to be a full overview, roadmap, guide for all the trophies in the game and what you need to do, how long it's going to take you to get that platinum trophy. So let's just dive straight in. Now, the trophy difficulty I have given this game is a 3 out of 10. I personally didn't find the game very challenging. It is a little bit time consuming though. It's going to take you around 15 hours to earn the platinum. However, because all the collectibles aren't required in this version of the game like they were in the previous version of the game, it is going to cut down a significant amount of your time running around collecting stuff. I would still advise you do go and collect them because they do give you bonus DNA, which does help, but we can talk about that later. So yeah, the game is about a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. There is no difficulty modes or anything like that in the game, and it's a lot of fun. The game is pretty forgiving, I would have to say, although mechanically there are a ton of mechanics in this game, and when they're all kind of mashed together and combined, it does get a little bit confusing sometimes. So it's worth mentioning for you guys so you're aware of that. The game's going to take you around 15 hours to platinum. This includes playing through the game once, then going back and completing some optional missions that you've probably missed along the way, and then going to each of the open world environments and acing their respective challenges. They do seem really hard at first, but they get a lot easier as the game progresses. There are no online trophies in this game. There's no missable trophies because there is a really good chapter select. You can go back and play any mission in the game at any point you want, and you can jump into that free roam as well, so there's nothing missable there. There's no difficulty trophies. You're only going to require a single playthrough of the game, but like I said, there is a bit of backtracking that you might have to do, and there is only one trophy stack for this game. Now, a new addition to my guides, this is the trophy breakdown. This is where we take a look at exactly what the trophy allocation is in this game. So this game has 41 trophies. It's made up of 26 bronze, 11 silvers, 3 golds, and a platinum. This is split into these kind of categories which I've allocated here. So the first is your non-missable trophies. That's everything story related. Now there's 9 of those. They'll just ping as you play through the game naturally. There are 3 trophies associated with upgrading your character. There isn't anything for upgrading your character to the max. You don't need to upgrade. You don't need to buy all the upgrades, I should say. You only need to buy it on one single upgrade tree, which is really straightforward and easy, and you'll do that naturally just playing through the game. There are 13 miscellaneous trophies in the game. Most of those will pop naturally as you play through them as well, but I'm not going to talk about them here. It's more for you to go and check them out afterwards, but you don't have to worry is more the point. 8 are combat related, they're for doing specific combat actions in the game or cumulative combat actions. 7 of them are related to side quests. In this game, they refer to them as challenges or optional missions. They're the 2 types of side content. And then there is a single platinum trophy in this game as well. Now, what are the steps to platinum? I've tried to do this as easy as possible in 3 steps, and I think this is the most concise way of doing it. The first step is to play through the main game, completing all missions and trying to finish as many optional objectives as possible. Most of the optional objectives aren't too weird. They're pretty simple and you'll be able to do them. You'll see them pop up. Basically, when you get a mission objective, quite often it will have an optional objective underneath it, and it gives you extra DNA if you do it. But there is a trophy for completing all of them. Like I said before, if you miss any of these, you can go back and clean them up with chapter select later, but it does save you some time if you focus on trying to get them as you play through. Personally, without the optional objectives there, the game would have been just too easy. So having them there actually gave me something additional to do and kept things really exciting and interesting for me. So I think you'll find the same thing as you play through it. The optional objectives will keep the game entertaining for you. So I would suggest trying to do those at the same time as those base objectives as you're playing through the game. The next step is for upgrading some of your weapons. Now you don't have to upgrade everything. There's only a couple of things that I would recommend upgrading. And honestly, like, depending on where you've allocated your DNA points up until this point, you might need to grind a little bit of DNA to do this. This is only really just to prepare you for that final step. But like I said, you don't have to upgrade everything. My suggestion for upgrades would be, firstly, upgrade your dash ability. There is 3 upgrades for dash, and basically when you've upgraded it to max, you can just kind of hoverboard around the map. It makes you a lot quicker, and it's 100% necessary to have that ability upgraded to max if you want to be able to complete any of the race side mission objectives. So you need that, that's a must. Secondly, in terms of Crypto's abilities and weapons, you're going to want to upgrade the Ion Detonator. This is the like mini bomb kind of thing you get about halfway through the game. It just wipes out tons of enemies at once. It's going to be really, really helpful through those side missions. That's probably the only one that I really felt you needed per se, but you could look at upgrading whichever weapon you feel you use the most in the game. I personally used this one as I played through it. Maybe it's like his electric gun and you use that the most. But just make sure you've got a couple of upgrades across the arsenal of weapons in case you run out of ammo for a particular weapon. The last thing you want to upgrade is Crypto's shield. That's really important because without it, you just get taken out so easily. So make sure he has a decent amount of upgrade on his shield. I upgraded that to max pretty early on. I think that was actually the first thing I did when I started upgrading my abilities. Now, once you've done that, you'll be prepared to then go and try and ace some of the challenges. You may have attempted some of these in the past and didn't have any luck. There are basically 4 types of challenges, and each world or environment has 4 types of challenges. You have to go through and ace, which means 3-star. They have a ranking system when you finish a level, 1, 2, or 3 stars. You have to get 3 stars on every single challenge on every single map. It's not actually that many. There are 5 maps, I think, off the top of my head, maybe 6. It's 5 or 6 maps off the top of my head that you have to go and complete with 4 of these challenges on each. They're always the 4 same things, a rampage, abduction, race, and Armageddon. These are, race is pretty straightforward. You have to chase after a little robot guy and collects the DNA as he moves through the world. Abduction, you have to pick up cows, people, whatever it may be, and shoot them into the flying saucer's radius, I guess, beam of light, and you have to follow it around, throwing things into that. Rampage is, I can't remember if Rampage or Armageddon. One of them you're on foot destroying stuff, and the other one you're in the ship destroying stuff. But that's basically the rest to it. There's destroying stuff on foot, destroying stuff in the ship, racing, and abducting. I'm pretty sure that's all. Yeah, that's how they all work. That's it. So these do seem, initially when you try these out, they're really, really hard to get 3 stars on when you don't have strong enough weapons, when you can't kill enough people quickly enough for the Rampage Armageddon stuff, or when you don't know what you're doing. But once you've upgraded all your stuff, it becomes like super, super easy. So I would say just leave this till the very, very end of the game and then go and knock these things out afterwards. After you've done all 3 of these steps, you should have tips for those different things. The Armageddon, the one when you're in the ship and you have to just do total destruction, I'm pretty sure that's Armageddon. I'm having a bit of a blank on the 2, but I'm pretty sure it's Armageddon. That one there are like bonus objectives that you need to go for. So sometimes it's like destroying cop cars or military and stuff like that, and that gives you like a massive bonus. So make sure you go for those. For the Rampage one, the one when you're on foot destroying people, normally it will tell you to use a particular weapon or ability, or drowning people, or throwing them in the air, or whatever it may be. Make sure you do that because that also jackpots your bonus. For the race, there's nothing really to that. Just make sure you've upgraded your dash ability. Once that's on full, you'll be like unstoppable. You won't be able to fail any of those. And then for abduction, it's just making sure you're really quick and you're throwing the people into the beam as quickly as possible. I found that the range of your throw ability, once you've upgraded it, is pretty decent, and you can kind of throw them up and in the air like on an arc for a bit of distance, and that way you can shoot from a far away, basically, which I found was the easiest way to do it. So that's the 4 challenges that you have to ace, essentially. Now, once you've done that, you should have the platinum. There's 2 trophies that are worth talking about, I guess, as notable trophies, and these are, non-spoiler, of course, the Ace of Space, which is what we've just talked about. This is for acing all the challenges. Again, make sure you've upgraded all your stuff, and these will be really, really simple for you. And then the other one is the mandatory option. This is complete all optional mission objectives. Like I said earlier on, so I think I'll just call it out again here. There are mission objectives that appear underneath your main mission objective. Make sure you complete every single one of those on every single main mission. If you miss one or you fail one for whatever reason, you can then replay that mission by going to the ship and then going to the Holopox decks and it will fly you, and you can choose to replay any mission you want. The good thing in there is it tells you as well which missions you've completed and which you haven't, so it makes it a little bit easier for you too to find out which ones you might have missed stuff on. And that's really it. That's Destroy All Humans. I guess the only other thing is the collectibles. Now, in the original game, you did have to collect all the collectibles for trophies. In this one, you don't. However, they do give you a ton of DNA, which gives you like a massive boost in terms of upgrading your character's abilities. So I would still suggest going out and collecting those. It's probably the fastest way to grind DNA. So you can do this really easily. There's some guides online where you can just watch someone travel around that map. The maps aren't huge, so it's not that hard, or just look for them yourself because you don't need all of them. And that will bump up your DNA amount significantly, very, very fast as well, which will hopefully help you get some of those upgrades. And that's really all there is to it. You can replay any of those missions in free roam mode whenever you want, so you can collect them at any time, or you can do them during the main game if you want to do it that way as well. Yeah, it's really up to you. That's Destroy All Humans. It's a great game. I had a really, really good time with this one. I had a blast with it. Look, it's not a perfect game. It has some challenges to it as well, but they did a fantastic job remastering it. I hope that THQ continues this and they look at doing Destroy All Humans 2 next. That's actually my favorite one in the series, so I'm fingers crossed that they do that. Otherwise, hopefully this guide helped you guys get your Platinum Trophy. Let me know down in the comment section below if it helped you out and if you were able to get the Platinum Trophy because of this guide. Give a like if you enjoyed this video, and like I said at the top, if you're a new viewer of the channel and you've managed to get through to this point, then please consider hitting that subscribe button down below because it helps the channel out enormously. But that's all from me, guys. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. I should point out also at the very end here, thank you to THQ for providing me with a code of this game so I could get access to it early and create these guides. Thanks, THQ.